Hey guys, welcome back to Banished. Doing another video of this. I did record a video of this before, but for some reason the recording just messed up, and so the video was it was terrible. So I'll quickly just summarize what happened in the last video. I built this pasture, and I finished building this pasture, and I also finished building a cemetery. I started building a boarding house here, moved the farms from here and just put them here instead, moved the primary farm that was worked on here to here, and I traded some of my stuff for a squash plant. I think that catches you guys up with everything, and so let's continue from there. I also started removing a lot of trees here and a lot of the stone because I needed a lot of wood, and I also plan to make this the forestry, hunting and herbal area, so this needs to be completely clean of stone, otherwise it's just gonna get in the way of the forestry. But yeah, this pasture is producing a lot of food. Like I believe it's 100 mutton per sheep killed, and with like 1 sheep produced every new month or so, that's quite sustainable. And especially if I have 3 of them, it's not going to be a problem. I want to get some chickens for one of these pastures because I believe the number goes up to 80 if it's chickens, and it produces a lot of eggs. So I'm just kind of waiting for that. So yeah, this is the mutton. So right now we have 85 food, and when he places it in, 185. So it's a lot of food, and we're just never gonna starve again, or at least as long as I keep an eye on number of population. But I think we can sustain quite a large population with these 3 pastures, especially if all 3 of them are running at maximum capacity, because right now we are only running 2 of them at maximum capacity, and so I want to get this one to maximum capacity as well. This one's only just about halfway there, and so yeah, it's getting there. I've also noticed that these pastures, you don't need 2 herdsmen. 1 herdsman is enough to run a full-sized pasture, especially if it's only sheep. I mean, with chickens, then the collection of eggs and stuff might be a little bit overwhelming, but as far as I've seen, it's not that much of an issue. Why did that drop in numbers? That was 10 before. I've also noticed that sometimes if you split and like mash up these pastures too much and mess around with them too much, one of them will consist of only females, I think, or there's like some weird bug that does not allow one of the pastures to reproduce. I've had that bug, I'm not sure if it's a bug or feature. I've had that in the past a couple of times, and I'm not too concerned about this because she died of old age, so she lived a long and happy life, and because I have a cemetery, it won't bring down my happiness by too much. And my health is going up because not everybody is dying in their homes. Okay, the herdsman died of old age. That means I need someone. I can replace the blacksmith later on. So we have a laborer that we can replace the blacksmith. Okay. So now that our population is growing steadily. Look at that amount of food. That's amazing. I love it. We have so much meat. I would like a higher inventory of mutton, maybe 1,000. That'll be good. Nobody's working at the tailor. Let's because we don't have any resources for the tailor to work off of. That means we either need a cow pasture or we get a hunter's lodge. But I think I'm gonna make 3 different pastures, one for sheep, one for cows, and one for chicken. They will all produce food. The cow farm will produce leather and meat, and the sheep farm will produce wool and meat, and that will allow us to produce high quality clothing, because right now we have no clothing, which means that people can, well, freeze to death more quickly. Luckily we have firewood, so it's not too much of a concern. Granted, it's all run out now, but oh well. Nobody's cold, like none of the houses are cold, so that's good. We don't have a lot of trees. I mean logs, sorry. I can chop that down. Because my plan is to make this kind of the main island over here. And then on the sides to make it kind of like a reserve, you can say. Like a protected forest that will be used for the forestry lodge, the hunting cabin, and the herbalist. Yeah. Oh, we've got 2 more laborers. That's amazing. You 2 can be fishermen. And then we have a nice diversity of foods. Because a diversity in food increases both health and happiness. Or from what I can tell. Again, take anything I say about this game with a grain of salt, because, well, I can be wrong about a lot of things. You actually can grow squash, because I want that. Where's farmer? Here we go. These wells as well. These wells as well. They don't serve too much of a function to be near farms. The reason I have them is because in one of my other playthroughs, I didn't record that playthrough, but it's just like a personal save file that I just play just to get better at the game. My city caught on fire and I didn't have any wells, and so yeah, my entire city burnt down because everything was built close together. Which was probably not the brightest of ideas. But hey, you learn from mistakes. What's in here? Wool, fish, and tools. Tools as in idiots, or just... yeah, tools. Funny. You know, I don't know where that saying would have originated from. The saying, you're such a tool, meaning you're such an idiot or you're a nuisance. Because tools are actually quite useful. So, shouldn't the saying be more like, oh, you're so useful, you're such a tool, rather than, oh, you're useless, you're such a tool. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up. It's interesting. Very interesting. There are the rocking deer again. These are some fancy graves, yo. Like, if I die and I have a grave like that, that's kick-ass, man. And why are there only 3 graves if it says there are 4? Like, is one of them hidden somewhere? Or are one of these a couple grave where... oh no, I see it, never mind. It's like right there. Never mind. Yeah, but if I'm gonna die, or let me say when I die, I want a grave that is like that sticks out from the rest. Like I wouldn't want something puny like that. I would want like a tower, like this. This would be a grave that I would want, or this one, this pillar, this. Can you imagine if you died and and like if somebody died and they wanted a phallic-shaped pillar as their grave? That'd just be great. And here lies the great Sir Dick. His last wish was for his grave to be phallic-shaped, and thus his wish was granted. That'd just be carved at the bottom of the grave. Sorry if the snuffles are getting annoying, like because I'm sniffing a lot. I don't have any tissues nearby me, so yeah. Look at that grave. That's just a flat stone. But I do appreciate that developers put in different models of graves so that they don't all just look like a line of crosses. That's good. What's the best grave? Like, what would be the best grave for you? Like, that would match your personality? Like, when you die and somebody looks at your grave, they can immediately tell, ah, he was a procrastinator. Like, it'd just be a computer screen with just YouTube open on it. I think that would be mine. Just a computer and me at my computer. That would be my grave. In the comments down below, you guys comment what your grave would look like. I would love to read it. And can you imagine just a person who just came to this video and scrolled down to the comments, just reads one of the comments, my grave would be this. They'd be so confused. Looks like we're getting quite a lot of wood and a lot of firewood. That's good. No, not the forester. I need to cut down more trees. There. Alright, we're getting more students. Overall population is growing. This is good. This is good. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna end this one here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end this one here. This one's good. So, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And of course, I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then,